Hello my friends and welcome to Fractured Online. Today I want to show you how to enchant items in Fractured Online using the example of the most important enchantment, especially for beginners, namely mana regeneration. And I'll show you that with the example of these boots I just made. If we look at these boots, we see the first yellow property right at the top, socketed properties. We see that the boots have 2 empty slots, and I can put an enchantment in each of these slots. What I need for this task is rather simple. I need an enchantment table. An enchantment table is located over here. It's a table with a black top and a pentagram engraved on it. Either you have such a table in your own hut, you can simply build it there, or you take the table that is located somewhere in your town, or as a third option, you ask a friend if you can use his table. We click on the table and a circle with a total of 6 squares appears. The item I want to enchant always goes in the middle square, in our example, the boots. And outside, connected as a pentagram, are slots for enchanting materials which I want to use here. You can see as I stuff the boots in here, let me take them out again and stuff them back in, a list of properties appears on the right side. Each line represents one possible enchantment I can apply to these boots. And that's not all of the enchantments. You can use the mouse wheel to scroll through the list. There's no scroll bar on the right, but there are a lot of possible enchantments. And the enchantment we want, as I said at the beginning, is mana regeneration. That's what we have here, mana regeneration bonus. We see 4 small icons, and around these icons are bars, small bars, a total of 10 bars per icon. I'll show you what these bars are all about. If I stuff an enchanting material in here, some bars fill up. And how many of these bars fill up is defined in the enchanting material. In the case of this milkweed, for example, we have 2 points of negate. And if we take a look here, that's the negate property with 2 bars filled. Next is water, 3 points. If we look at water here, 3 bars filled. And you already guessed it, times 1 point, and the time icon is filled with 1 bar. The number of bars is extremely important. I need to fill a certain amount of bars for all 4 icons of the enchantment that I want. There are 3 levels of enchantments. Tier 1, that's the weakest enchantment. There I have to fill 2 bars of all 4 icons. At tier 2 it looks different. I have to fill 5 bars. So I need to fill up half of the bars of each icon. And for tier 3, the highest level in the game, I have to fill all bars of all 4 icons. Don't be under the illusion that you can put tier 3 enchants on the boots right away. You won't even have materials for tier 2 enchants. Tier 1, on the other hand, is quite simple. And I will show you how to do it. I said we wanted mana regeneration on our boots. First of all, we need an enchantment item with at least 2 total points in mind. Where do we get that from? Quite simple, from spider eyes. Spider eyes, as the name suggests, are usually found on spiders. Knock down some spiders and you'll find spider eyes. That means I drag and drop the spider eyes in here and you see I filled 2 bars straight away. It should also be noted it says 2 out of 5 here. I always have to add 5 items of the same type here so that this one slot is completely filled. So 5 spider eyes it is. Next I need transfer. You see a bar is already filled that comes with spider eyes which not only have 2 points in mind but also 1 point in transfer. Pretty great, but let's ignore it for now. There's transfer from animal bones. You can find animal bones from any animal that consists of bones. So kill wolves, kill bears, and if you can't find any of them, kill horses. Nah, that's a joke, don't kill horses. We need them to ride. But in dire times, yeah, you can kill even horses. I drag the bones over here and we see transfer is full too. Let's jump to the last one first. Energy. Energy comes from garlic. Garlic is growing somewhere in the boondocks, just run over it, collect it, and you've got garlic. The last thing missing is time. Time is found in ashes. Where can I get ashes? That brings us back to our animal bones. I can make ashes out of my animal bones. I already have 1 ash, I need 4 more. You need a total of 10 more animal bones to be able to produce ashes 5 times. Let's go back and push the ashes here. And all of a sudden, you saw it just now, my mana regeneration disappears. Why did it disappear? Yeah, all fulfilled enchantments always jump to the top. So don't be scared if it suddenly vanishes. We see mana regeneration is complete, and I hit the enchant button. The items disappear, the chat says, you enchanted commoner boots with mana regeneration bonus tier 1. And if we mouse over here, we also see socketed properties mana regeneration plus 2.5 tier 1. So much for how to get mana regeneration on my armor. Mana regeneration, as I said, it's the most important stat for the first hours or days of the game, especially for beginners. There you go. Now you will surely ask yourself, what happens if I only get to half of the required mind bars with my 5 items? How to complete the mana regeneration enchant? Suppose I didn't find any spider eyes. You can take other items. For example, I have this primordial dust here. Once, when I stuff it in, we see, okay, I only have 1 bar of chaos. Assuming I need 4 bars in chaos, then I can just drag this dust over here again and see that 2 bars are already filled. If I do that again, I have filled 3 bars. If I do that again, you guessed it, I have filled 4 bars. That means I can stuff the item in here several times, but you have to remember 5 pieces each time. That's important, it's pretty important. And eventually you run out of space. Of course you would have to fill bars of the other 3 icons as well. Now you might say, okay, for this one enchantment it's easy, but how do I get any random enchantment on my items as efficiently as possible? Meaning within as little of an amount of time as possible, without having to march for my chests for hours until I've found enough points in knowledge, chaos, create and soul as in this case. Most probably you have such a huge enchantment chest with all sorts of things in it. And somewhere in here there might be an item that scores enough points for chaos. For example, here's one with chaos 1. That's not enough. I have to keep looking. It's extremely difficult and time consuming. I've gotten used to the following. First of all, there's a website that I link in the comments down below. It's called fracturedtools.com. And on this fracturedtools.com website, which I'll drag over here, I can see all of the possible enchantment options. First of all, when you open this page, uncheck select all, or the site might crash. Then you choose your item that you want to enchant. For example, armor. We just did that. Then you choose what enchant you want to put on it. We just enchanted the boots with mana regeneration bonus. And you choose which tier you want to use. It was tier 1 in our case. And now a notification pops up. I have not been able to find anything with the items you selected on right. Well done, Sherlock. I haven't selected any item yet. But if I now check the items that I own, as in our case earlier, I had animal bones, I had ashes, I had spider eyes, and I had garlic. Now it's telling me, oh, I found 5 combinations of how to get this mana regeneration bonus on your armor. And that's exactly what the site is showing me down here. And now back to the point, how do I get all the combinations based on the items I own as efficiently as possible? Quite simple. You build 3 chests, 3 large chests, and locate them all around your enchantment table. And you sort the items in there in alphabetical order. You can see the correct order on the website. You see on this side that the first thing to come is this Amanita mushroom. There's currently no item in the game that alphabetically comes before that mushroom. That means the first item in your box is Amanita mushroom. Then comes the animal bones. Then this animated flesh. Then the antlers of the deer, and so on. If you don't have an item, leave that slot empty. And don't get the idea of, oh, I have 2 stacks of these toadstools that I stuff next to each other. Don't do that. Everything you have more than 100 times goes in a separate chest. So you always have exactly 1 stack full of these items. And after all that sorting, you just go to this website, move the site over your game so you can see the content of your chest and select what you own one at a time. It's quick, I think it would take a minute at most. Then you've checked everything. And once you've checked everything, you then select the enchantment you want to enchant. For example, tier 1 and armor and bonus mana. And then it tells you, okay, based on the materials you own, you have these possible combinations to get bonus mana on your armor. I hope this video has helped you understand how enchantments work and how to get the items enchanted in the least amount of time. If you liked the video, please press the thumb up button, and if you want to see more videos in future, subscribe to my channel. Until then, be well and take care.